Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Pursuit. Today we launch a new fresh series when people messed with the wrong cops. Every reckless choice flips on instant justice mode. Buckle up, let's roll right now, folks. On August 19, 2024, assistance was provided to the Tallahassee Police Department, TPD, in a high-speed pursuit involving an armed carjacking vehicle bearing Florida tag KSIG-03. The suspect fled northbound on Capitol Circle before turning onto Old Bainbridge Road at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, forcing multiple vehicles off the roadway. As the pursuit entered Gadsden County, Iron Bridge Road, a PIT attempt was initiated but discontinued when the suspect swerved toward the patrol vehicle and oncoming traffic was present. At the intersection of Iron Bridge Road and Concord Bainbridge Road, the patrol vehicle used its push bumper to strike the rear of the suspect vehicle as it turned right, causing both vehicles to leave the roadway and become disabled. Devin Jerger and passenger Delisa E. Morgan were removed from the vehicle, handcuffed, and turned over to TPD under case number PD 24-140248. A firearm was discovered on the driver's side floorboard during the search. The incident in Leon and Gadsden counties underscores a hard truth. Fleeing and auto theft only escalate charges and endanger lives. Dashcam footage shows an Arkansas State Police pursuit after a driver refused to stop for a traffic violation. The suspect sped away, driving recklessly at extreme speeds on public roads and putting other drivers and pedestrians in serious danger. Troopers coordinated the chase while carefully monitoring traffic conditions and the suspect's movements. As the pursuit continued, officers closed the distance and prepared a tactical intervention to end the situation safely. At the right moment, a trooper executed a PIT maneuver, striking the suspect's vehicle in a controlled way to force it off the roadway and prevent further risk to the public.
Don't fucking move. Don't fucking move. Stay right there. Run! Hey, talk about run!
The maneuver successfully spun and disabled the vehicle, bringing the dangerous chase to an end. Officers quickly approached and took the suspect into custody without further incident. The footage is a powerful reminder that reckless decisions behind the wheel can endanger countless lives, and that fleeing from law enforcement almost always leads to more severe consequences.
After 2:30 in the morning, Deputy Hensley with the Walton County.
On March 10th, 2021, Deputies attempted to stop a white pickup truck without a license plate near Highway 81. The driver, Tyler Edward McDonald, refused to pull over and instead fled, leading deputies on a pursuit that fluctuated from slow speeds to nearly 100 miles per hour. During the chase, he drove into oncoming lanes, ran stop signs, and weaved through traffic, creating significant danger.
He's too bitty.
Multiple PIT maneuvers were executed in an effort to disable the vehicle, but the driver continued accelerating and attempting to regain control to keep fleeing. During the second maneuver near Shiloh Road, a precise strike to the rear quarter panel caused the vehicle to lose control, spin violently, and flip upside down in the roadway. The vehicle slid a short distance before coming to a complete stop. Deputies quickly secured the scene, approached the overturned vehicle, and extricated the driver. He was detained, medically evaluated on scene, and taken into custody. He faces charges including no tag, no insurance, driving while license suspended, fleeing and attempting to elude, speeding, and reckless driving. McDonald was treated by EMS, transported to Piedmont Walton Hospital, and later booked into the Walton County Jail. On December 21st, 2023, a black Infiniti G37 was clocked driving 102 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone on I-20. When officers attempted a traffic stop, the driver refused to pull over, ran a red light, and accelerated to speeds exceeding 145 miles per hour, creating a serious danger for everyone on the road.
Back on 20 east. Back on 20 east. 20 east.
The high-speed pursuit continued through city streets until officers performed a PIT maneuver on Glenwood Avenue. The maneuver spun the vehicle into the median, bringing the reckless chase to a stop and disabling the car before anyone else was harmed.
Hit on the ramp.
The driver, Charles Hopkins, showed signs of intoxication, refused a blood test, and was found to have an active warrant for child sex crimes. He was arrested and taken to jail in College Park. The incident is a reminder that reckless decisions and fleeing police only make the situation worse and put countless lives at risk.
Very satisfying end.
On May 31st, 2023, Officer Jay Bruno of the City of Kane Police Department in Rockdale County, Georgia, noticed a Honda Accord whose driver reacted nervously upon seeing his patrol car. A license plate check revealed the tag displayed on the vehicle did not belong to it. When Officer Bruno attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver immediately fled. Sergeant A. Cook, who was nearby and suspected the vehicle was stolen due to the switched tag, took over the pursuit. As the driver continued fleeing at a reckless speed, Sergeant Cook executed a precision immobilization technique, a PIT maneuver, at an appropriate moment. The tactical contact caused the Honda to lose control, spin, and overturn before finally coming to rest.
Radio bit, just past intersection, roll over.
10-4 roll over, just past intersection.
Despite the crash, the driver forced his way out of the overturned vehicle and attempted to escape on foot. Officers quickly gave chase, and after a brief foot pursuit, he was apprehended and taken into custody. After being medically evaluated at a hospital, the driver, identified as 50-year-old Melon Marquez, was booked on multiple charges, including felony fleeing and attempting to elude, as well as driving with a suspended license. He was initially denied bond but was later granted a $15,200 bond on June 21, 2023. On December 18, 2022, APD issued a BOLO for a vehicle connected to multiple entering auto cases, including the theft of an officer's badge and credentials. The vehicle was spotted on Cleveland Avenue, and emergency equipment was activated to initiate a stop. The driver refused to comply, made a sudden U-turn, reversed into a patrol unit, and accelerated away, triggering a tense pursuit. After two pit maneuvers, the vehicle spun sideways and was forced onto the shoulder, ending the chase. The driver briefly resisted, but was restrained and handcuffed. The passenger was taken into custody without incident. A search uncovered marijuana, multiple bags of methamphetamine, a firearm, and burglary tools, though the stolen badge was never found. The driver was taken to the hospital for evaluation and told warrants would be issued upon release. The case is a stark reminder that fleeing and auto theft only deepen legal trouble, turning bad choices into life-altering consequences. Late on July 21st at around 10:53 p.m., Elkins police began pursuing a black Ford Taurus SUV after the driver sped past officers at nearly 100 miles per hour on North College Avenue. The suspect refused to stop and continued driving recklessly, creating a serious danger for officers and anyone else on the road. An officer took over as the primary unit and attempted a tactical intervention maneuver to safely stop the vehicle despite the dangerous conditions. During the pursuit, the suspect swerved and suddenly brake-checked the patrol unit, increasing the risk of a crash. Shortly afterward, a second tactical intervention was successfully executed, which spun the vehicle and brought the chase to an end. The driver, identified as Jacob Lewis, was taken into custody without further incident and now faces multiple felony charges. This case serves as a clear reminder that fleeing from police only escalates the situation, puts innocent lives at risk, and almost always leads to far more serious consequences. On July 16, 2024, at approximately 20:09 hours, a 2011 Chevrolet Impala with Georgia tag was observed making an erratic lane change on Tara Boulevard at Flint River Road. When officers attempted a traffic stop near 875 Smith Street, the driver, identified as James Lee Mason, accelerated through a parking lot and fled at a high rate of speed. The pursuit continued along Tara Boulevard, North Avenue, Fayetteville Road, and several connecting streets. Mason exceeded 70 miles per hour, failed to maintain his lane, nearly struck another vehicle, and disregarded multiple traffic control devices, creating significant danger to the public. After reaching a dead end, he drove down a hill onto Highway 138 and continued fleeing.
It's storage. Don't go home.
A first pit maneuver at Highway 138 and Scarlet Drive caused the vehicle to rotate approximately 90 degrees, but Mason regained control and continued northbound on Jonesboro Road. A second pit maneuver near Jonesboro Road and O'Hara Drive caused the vehicle to spin sideways and crash into a fence and brick sign at Life Storage, disabling it.
Climb out the
Out
window.
my door. Get out the fucking window. I'm saying,
You gonna get the fuck out the window. Climb out the window.
Climb out the window. My seat won't move. My seat won't move. My seat won't move. My seat won't move. My seat won't.
Mason was taken into custody without injury. A passenger, James Pratt, was detained until the scene was secured and later released. EMS evaluated the driver, and the vehicle was towed from the scene. Mason was charged with erratic lane change, failure to maintain lane, 2 traffic control violations, reckless driving, and fleeing and eluding, and was transported to the Clayton County Jail without incident. The Michigan State Police Aviation Unit, Trooper 3, tracked a suspect who had carjacked a vehicle in Dearborn, and then, while fleeing on foot, carjacked a black Dodge Durango to continue his escape. The helicopter maintained visual contact, broadcasting real-time updates as the SUV sped through the 7-mile area without headlights.
You turned out to Chrysler Drive, Northbound at Brickwood.
South 75.
Ground troopers quickly positioned themselves ahead of the vehicle. When emergency lights and sirens were activated, the Durango did not slow. It accelerated, fleeing onto the I-75 Service Drive and then onto I-75 and the Davison Freeway. Speeds exceeded 120 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone, as the suspect weaved through traffic, ran red lights, and used every available gap to evade capture. Because it was unclear whether a weapon had been used in the original carjacking, troopers held off on making contact at those extreme speeds, waiting for a safer opportunity.
First, looking at it, still was from Davison.
That opportunity came when the vehicle exited I-96 onto Grand River and slowed due to traffic. As speeds dropped below 40 miles per hour, a trooper closed the distance, precisely aligned with the rear quarter panel, and executed a decisive PIT maneuver. The impact forced the Durango into a controlled spin, causing it to lose traction, slide off its line, and crash into an abandoned building, disabling it completely. The suspect fled on foot and even tried to open another vehicle in a desperate attempt to escape. But troopers and Detroit officers quickly caught and arrested him. The multi-highway chase ended with the stolen vehicle disabled and the suspect in custody. The lesson is clear. Stealing a car and running only compounds the consequences, risking lives and guaranteeing far harsher charges. On April 22, 2025, deputies located a stolen silver 2015 Jeep Cherokee on Flint River Road. When a traffic stop was attempted, 17-year-old Tyler Simpson accelerated, weaving through traffic and initiating a dangerous pursuit. Two initial PIT maneuvers were attempted in an effort to end the pursuit, but Simpson managed to maintain control and continued fleeing. Even after striking spike strips and sustaining tire damage, he pressed on toward Highway 138, the vehicle clearly becoming unstable.
Good spikes, good spikes, good spikes.
Good hit on the spike, good hit on the spike. He's going to be going eastbound on 138, eastbound on 138.
A third pit maneuver was then executed with precise contact to the rear quarter panel. The impact caused the Jeep to completely lose traction, rotate nearly 180 degrees in the roadway, and slide sideways before coming to a full stop. Simpson was taken into custody without further incident.
Northbound 138 in Kendrick.
Hey,
He faces charges including theft by taking, motor vehicle, fleeing from a police officer, reckless driving, failure to maintain lane/improper lane change, and driving without a valid license. Simpson admitted he was already on probation for a similar offense and was transported to the Marta K. Glaze Regional Youth Detention Center following judicial consultation.
Going southbound.
Traffic Unit Corporal Gary Miller spotted a vehicle speeding 20 miles per hour over the limit in the 2600 block of Northwest 27th Avenue. When he attempted a stop, the driver, Leroy Graham, refused and accelerated toward E75 via Northwest Blitchton Road. Graham fled at high speed for miles as Miller attempted multiple pit maneuvers, but the driver maintained control. Additional deputies, Ocala Police, and the MCSO Aviation Unit joined the pursuit. As the suspect continued accelerating and putting surrounding motorists at risk, Sergeant Miller made the decision to execute a decisive pit maneuver. He positioned his patrol vehicle alongside the rear quarter panel of the suspect's vehicle and applied a precise tactical impact. The maneuver caused the vehicle to lose traction, rotate multiple times, and slide toward the shoulder where it came to a complete stop. The engine stalled and the vehicle was unable to continue, effectively ending the pursuit.
Another pit. Station 1032.
Driving out of it.
State Road 200.
Westbound on 200.
Westbound on 200.
Hold the traffic. Please stop it.
The chase ended on Southwest Highway 200 when Graham stopped and was taken into custody during a felony stop. He later admitted fleeing because he lacked a valid driver's license and was booked into the Marion County Jail. On May 30th, 2021, while patrolling IR-75/85 North near the 17th Street exit, the reporting officer observed a vehicle approaching from the rear at an estimated speed exceeding 100 miles per hour. As the vehicle crested the hill and neared the patrol unit, the driver attempted to reduce speed, but still passed at a rate well above the posted limit. The officer safely re-entered the northbound lanes and activated emergency equipment to initiate a traffic stop. The driver failed to comply, and a pursuit ensued. The vehicle fled onto I-85 North at speeds exceeding 140 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and using the emergency lane to pass other motorists, creating a significant hazard to the public. The driver then crossed the Gore area and entered GA 400 North. While traveling on GA 400, the suspect deactivated the vehicle's headlights and taillights in an apparent attempt to avoid detection. Additional units joined as the pursuit continued northbound. The suspect exited onto Glen Ridge Connector, turned onto Peachtree Dunwoody Road, and drove into oncoming lanes without headlights, negotiating multiple curves at high speed. The pursuit continued to East Roxborough Road, where the driver struck another vehicle, but failed to stop. While attempting to turn right onto Childers Road, the vehicle struck a curb and became disabled. The driver fled on foot. Officers pursued and deployed a taser, which was ineffective. A perimeter was established with assistance from additional units and a K-9 team. However, the suspect was not located. During an inventory of the vehicle, several items of evidentiary value were discovered, including a cellular phone that rang when the reporting officer dialed the contact number listed on a prior citation issued to the registered owner. The phone was collected as evidence.
Stop the car! Stop the car!
On February 28, 2023, at approximately 22:06 hours, Troop D Communications advised that the Henry County Police Department was pursuing a stolen vehicle northbound on Interstate 75 near mile marker 221. As the suspect vehicle approached mile marker 228, the blue Hyundai Tucson sped past at a high rate of speed, prompting entry into the pursuit. The driver, Demeen McCauley, DOB 2005, accelerated aggressively, weaved through all lanes without signaling, brake-checked patrol units, and steered toward a marked vehicle in an attempt to cause a collision. The pursuit continued into Fulton County with increasingly reckless behavior. Due to the danger posed, a precision immobilization technique, PIT maneuver, was executed. The impact caused the vehicle to rotate counterclockwise, strike the concrete median, and come to rest disabled on the right shoulder of I-75. A felony stop was conducted with firearms drawn and loud verbal commands issued. Despite commands, McCauley continued pressing the accelerator in an attempt to flee, while officers engaged him at the driver's window. He was quickly subdued, handcuffed, and secured without further incident. All charges were handled by the Henry County Police Department. The vehicle was recovered and released to corner lot towing.